Stretching. Morning.
Morning.
It's not quite 8 yet, but let's make it 8, I guess. Today I'm going to talk about the power of recognition, be it employee recognition, but first, let's stretch it out. I don't want to do the normal stretches, so let's just do different ones. It's my meeting, I get to do what I want. We're going to do all the stretches that I like. So let's start with the neck one because I really like that. But just to the side, kind of move it back and forth. Put your shoulders back, just kind of move it back and forth like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, shoulders back still.
Got a routine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna love that. Straight into my favorite, the yawning like cactus thing, like where you kind of arch your back just a little bit. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's basically me getting out of bed. I gotta move my head around a little bit. I gotta stretch a little bit. Oh, feels really good. This one right here, I like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like the other ones. We're not doing that one. Yeah, we're not doing that one. Can't do it. I don't get anything out of that one, so we're not doing it today. Let's go to the side. Just hold it. Don't move back and forth. Just hold it. Go all the way over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms straight across your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. I don't like the one behind my head. That doesn't feel anything for me, so we're not doing that one. Let's just go straight down, touch our toes this morning. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go shoulder width apart. Stay there. Go over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Bend down, touch your toes. You'll hate this one.
No, it's great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys feel it all the way up the back of your leg? That feels good. I like that. Drop the other leg. Straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do that leg thing that everybody makes fun of me about.
Who's making fun of you?
Oh, everybody. 1, 2, 3,
No, you do.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead. Listen, if I just stand there and do this, I don't feel a stretch. If I do this, I feel it stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody kick him in the butt. 8, 9, 10. Just do a little jiggle. Shake it out a little bit. Feels good. Everybody else want to stretch anything else? Fists? How are we stretching fists? Just punch me in the face? Thanks, Daryl.
I like that.
Always great having you here. Let's do department check-ins first thing because we're going to mix it up a little bit. Our morning meetings are kind of like the same thing all the time, but let's just move them around. Department check-in. Saw department. How was it yesterday?
I don't think I heard it.
Okay. So it was great. Surfacing and tubing.
We got through the whole schedule of 7 gauge that we had, and then started cutting the 11 gauge. Then for tubing, I don't think I cut anything. I packed one thing for Ben to ship. That was it.
Cool. Laser.
Laser cut good, finished up 7 gauge, got some 14 gauge, got some 11 gauge overnight.
Any hiccups? Any problems?
Nope.
Heck yeah. CNC.
CNC, we set up on aluminum latch catches, and yeah, we definitely had a hiccup of machine rust. It's mine in the middle of it.
Oh, no.
Where all its tools were at. It was insane, but it does it on occasion. So we took 20 minutes trying to find our tools and put them back where they go and got it running again.
Hey, Bonnie. So yesterday you put a before and after picture in the chat. The before, was that one part 3 times?
So, but the before picture was what it's loaded up, so the vise to the far left was a blank billet. The middle was almost a done part, and the one to the right there was a second op, so it would have been first op, third op, second op.
Okay.
That's how I set it up, because when the base mill comes across, if I had the second op there, it bumps into it, but if I put the third op there, it would miss it. So, and then the after picture was after it had all run, so you could see the billet was now cut, ready to go into the second op vise. The second op vise is ready to flip and go into the third op vise. Third op vise were 2 done parts.
So you were before it was still set up with 3 vices in it that way? And that was
So,
your program?
Right. So before I started here, there was only 1 vise
Okay.
in that machine. So anytime you had more than 1 op, you would run all the first op. So it would have been those left vise would have all run for this op over here. When those were all done, then you would have put those in and run all those. And then when those were all done, you would have put them in the third op and run all those.
Okay.
So you can see how that saves a ton of time and pulling out a completed done part instead of all these. And then when I run the second op, I realized, oh shit, something was off on the first op. Now these are all scrapped.
Oh,
Right? I can check the part now and say, oh yeah, that's off. I better fix that before I run all these.
nice.
So
Thank
you
you.
made a cell inside your CNC, just like our weld cell, right? First up, second up, third up.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
best to get it done complete if you can. Sometimes you can't do that, but if you
Is this-
can, it's best.
Is this
practice.
like very anti-normal operation, like how to craft?
No, that's exactly how you
Okay.
should machine.
Okay.
Yeah. What, the way I come in was very anti, that's
Yeah.
not how we should machine.
Got that getting right up, didn't he?
Brake press.
It was good, Casey was able to get a few pallets up to inspection, and then I was able to get quite a few tech pieces up, and then was able to keep the fab fed through the day.
It's awesome. Fab.
Good, pretty solid day. Both cells did pretty good.
Any hiccups? Any problems? Nothing. Accounting, purchasing.
Yep, still creating a fair amount of Kanban cards for things, getting something in. I got some feedback this morning. We're gonna have a second area in our office where you can turn in Kanban cards. You can still continue to turn them in here, but it'll be a little bit more obvious. Maybe I'll put it on the chat. So,
Engineering.
Let's go like the shot collar.
Good. Sweet. Customer service. You're pointing me. Okay. Yesterday was all right. We're in the middle of a big project for Brian. Well, for JCR actually. Doing some Kanban changes. Corey's doing some SOP changes. Is that what you're working on for bolt packs and stuff like that? So lots of paperwork, I guess. Things that you don't normally see. Just process changes. Data entry. Yep. Marketing.
Trying to get through things that we noticed that are on the website that are a little less than exciting.
Sure.
Look at the lackluster.
We're on the other.
Shipping. Chandler.
So not as good of a day as the previous day, but we've been getting a lot of SOP done for Brian's project, and looks like we got some stuff back from Travis yesterday, so it should be a better day today, I hope.
Heck yes. Robot.
Oh, we didn't have any production parts like yesterday. I think today it looks like we have a bed rack and maybe a handful of rock.
Cool. Powder coat.
Feel like it was a good day. It's a lot out yesterday, so keeping shipping busy.
Heck yeah.
Good job on the brills, by the way.
Thank
Killer.
Oh, good.
3 more days, they have a new person.
Yeah.
What am I grateful for? You guys have heard me talk about it a ton. But I am super grateful and proud of my daughter. So here are some things that she does that is, I think, is really cool. She's only been diving for, if you put it all together, 5.5 months. She does really cool stuff. It takes her a long time to learn them. She's in the harnesses a lot. She just took fourth out of 22 girls in our conference, and she's on to regionals this Thursday, where she has a chance to qualify for the state competition. This is a double. I'm really proud of her about this one. It took her a while to get. They don't all go according to plan. So I decided that I put some of her best flops in here. This one's my favorite. I mean, that's how you learn, right? You have to get up on the board and you have to try this stuff. And she is fearless. So she'll send me pictures that look like this. Right? And she's like, Dad, check it out. And she'll send me that picture. And then she'll send me another picture of her right up on the board doing it again with this leg. Right? I mean, she is a freaking trooper. So I'm grateful. And that's just from Impact of the Water. Yep. So I am grateful and proud of my daughter. She is freaking killing it. Yeah. And next time I'll talk about my son. He's pretty cool too. My improvement video of the day is Corey Giffing.
Hold on. There ain't no labels. Much better.
Thank you, Corey.
Hold on. There ain't no label.
I said push. Kevin talked about this yesterday. This is the SOP thing that Chandler's talking about, that Brian is working on. We want to get, actually everybody in shipping is working on. We want to get our parts boxed before they come into shipping in the new building, right? We want to have a packaging department. That way somebody who's standing in shipping can just grab a packaged part and put a label on it. But that means that we need to know how all that works, what all the parts are that go in that box. We need to create an SOP for every single part that we offer on our website, all 4 of our websites coming up, right? So we'll have SOPs for every single part, what goes in it, what hardware pack, how the box is made, what size box, how it's supposed to be wrapped, you know, what kind of product, be it paper or foam. Like it's very detailed on how to put that thing in the box so that anybody, let's say Bryce, man, this weld cell is going so freaking great. We need somebody extra in packaging. Bryce could come up, touch one of the tablets. It'll pull the SOP up. He could just start putting stuff in boxes and not really have to know a ton about the shipping department. And that's the point, right, of doing everything standardized. So this is a really cool project. It'll also save defects on our shelves, which is really nice from other parts banging into other parts. Maybe we have scratches on powder coat. Maybe we lose a tiny bracket. All those things will be in the box, contained, taped up, and on the shelf, ready to ship out.
Let's pull someone from a different department and try someday.
That would be freaking cool. Our 8 wastes. Big shout out to Morgo for making this banner. I know we don't talk about it a ton so much anymore. We all think about it, but we don't talk about it. This is a killer drawing. My wife was just like, she drew all of those? And I was like, yep, because I practiced on my wife last night. But let's just go over them. We have waiting, defects, unutilized or underutilized talent, excess inventory, transportation, motion, overprocessing, and overproduction.
Give an example.
Give an example of what? One of them?
I'll give you one, overprocessing.
Let's hear it.
We did think out our Kanban process. I made all these cards red for production. Then I realized that all the Bullpack cards are red. So then I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice if all the production cards were a different color than the purchased ones and the bull pack? Then we could have 3 receptacles for turn-ins, and you don't have to say bull packs go over there, even though they're red. We could just say green, red, blue. So I'm going back and redoing over 150 Kanban cards just so that we can make it right. That's over processing by far.
I think that was a good call though.
Yeah, it's the right call.
It's the right call. It sucks, but it's the right call.
Yeah.
Is Corey painting that rack instead of leaving the sticker on, over processing the rack?
Yes.
Possibly. Possibly.
Hold up.
And his unutilized talent as a street artist.
Banksy. Today is the power of employee recognition. Hopefully in the beginning by moving the department check-in, maybe that jumped out some shout outs, maybe that brought out some things that you remember from yesterday that then you could talk about. Let's get into it. What is employee recognition? I think I missed a slide, actually. It skipped over it.
Backspace?
Is it back?
I think backspace.
Heck yeah, it is. Where is it? It's real scary. You're gonna see it right away. That one. Shout out. What do we have for shout outs?
I don't like this.
Oh no, that stays there the whole time. This is mostly for Cameron because this is all he gets to see. He doesn't get to see us at all.
I'm gonna shout out Bryce. He's took that cell under his wing and he's doing really well with it.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Anybody else?
I got a shout out to Cole. We threw a couple of bumpers at him yesterday to finish up the 460 and the 550 that he's never done before. And we got 2 460s out the door 2 days ago, and we got a 550 out yesterday. It's cool.
That's awesome.
So we've been throwing shit at him and he's been taking us. So
I'm gonna shout out Ben Rickers. He freaking killed it. SOPs yesterday for me. Got a ton done. Thank you for that. He's also been doing other SOPs, so let's give him a shout out retroactively to.
Yeah, man. Anybody else? Okay.
Good shout out Bryce. Good shout out Bryce. He jumped in at the end of the day to help me finish up the 550 because I had to leave and go get my kid.
oh yeah. Good looking, Bryce.
Yeah, big.
We got one.
No more for Bryce.
Chris and Nate. They're the new flow that we have back there. They're catching me every day.
Nice.
So that's one of the 3 product and it's right on the shelf right after this. So they don't have any extra movement on them. Just they're killing. Yeah.
That's great. Anybody else? You rid of it? Kill it?
Please.
What is employee recognition? It's basically, it refers to how an organization, usually from leadership, recognizes its employees. It can also refer to how employees recognize each other for meeting goals, for catching targets, for like what Bryce just did. You know, the guys are killing it. They're catching me every single day. That's like a peer-to-peer. There's a lot of different examples of employee recognition. You've got formal recognition, where it's going to be mentioned in a meeting like this, right? I would say something that's a formal recognition. Informal recognition, maybe your boss comes to you and talks to you about something that you did really, really well. Maybe not in front of everybody. Top-down recognition is where it's basically trickling down from the top out into the building. We as a company are doing these things. These are the metrics we're hitting. Let's just spread that out. And then peer-to-peer, right? So let's say, you know, Alex turns to Joe and is like, man, Joe, you're really killing it out there on that Fat American stuff, just upstairs. And Joe's like, oh, you know, so peer-to-peer. Recognition can be thank yous, awards, raises, promotions, or just something as simple as like a handwritten note or, you know, something that says thank you. But it needs to be done in a timely fashion to be effective. There are a lot of studies that say, you know, if you say thank you too late, it doesn't mean as much. And as a matter of fact, it could be, it can also kind of lead to resentment. Like, well, why didn't you say that when I did it or when people were paying attention? Recognition is great, but it can be limited. It's based on performance, right? It's something that you did. It's also based in the past, something that you've already done. It's rare. Not everybody can get an award, a raise, a promotion. Not every single person can get that all the time, right? Otherwise, we'd all be CEO because of all the cool things that we've done, everybody with Lean. So it also generally comes from the top. Recognition is very important, but it's not the only thing. And I noticed that when I was doing research for this, that a lot of companies just stop at recognition. That's the only thing they talk about. But they use another word that is kind of interchangeable that we'll get to in a second. Why is recognition important? 37% of employees say that the reason that they want to do good work, this is according to Harvard Business, is just recognize me. I mean, that's over a third, right? Just recognize me. The next 37%, this one right here is I'm basically internally motivated. This one is inspire me and I'll do more. And this one is give me autonomy, leave me alone, right? Just leave me alone. You hired me to do a job. So you hired me to do a job. I know how to do it. I'm self-motivated, and show me how to do it in a way that will inspire me to do more work. These next three are 37%. So this giant group right here is the same size as this, which is just say thank you, which is just recognize me in a meeting. The other ones, give me a promotion, is tiny. I don't know, is admittedly a thing, but it's only 3%. Train me, other. Pay me more is only 7%. According to Harvard Business, pay me more is only 7% of a driver of doing great work. So they've actually found out that if they just throw money at a problem, and I know a lot of people will be like, well, I want to get paid more. They've discovered that if you just throw money at a problem, people don't work harder. They work the same, but earn more money. If you say thank you, or you recognize through awards, through promotions, through raises, things like that, consistently over your entire work base, this 37% actually goes up to 53%. And what's really cool about it, employees who feel recognized at work are 2.2 times likely, more likely to say that innovative thinking is embraced. What I say matters. What I do matters. The things that I come up with are important to people above me. That's not 2.2%, that's 2.5 times, 220%, right? 2.6% employees are more likely to say that, this thing's over the top of it, but it says more likely to say that promotions are fair. So if recognition is spread out through an entire company, everybody can see who's doing what, and people are 2.6 times more likely to say that, you know what, that guy deserves what he got, instead of, well, I did this, this, and this, and grumbling about it. So recognition from the top down is super important. Peer-to-peer recognition is super important. But again, that's for things that have been done. My quote for the meeting today is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, from Teddy Roosevelt. So it really matters from a recognition standpoint, whether or not people are going to listen to you. But is recognition everything? The word that I found earlier that is kind of interchangeable is appreciation. And people say like employee appreciation or employee recognition, and they're talking about the same thing, but it's different. And this was kind of an aha moment that I had a little bit ago when I was putting this together. Appreciation is very different than recognition. So what is employee appreciation? Employee appreciation is off of my slide. I don't know why that's not on there. It's basically acknowledging a person's inherent value. It's not about what they did, it's about who they are, right? It's not about their accomplishments, it's their worth as a colleague and a human being. So this is something that all of us need to get behind, I think, more than employee recognition. I think we have a great culture here. We do this inherently. We do this well, but studies show that you can never do too much. And I know that I'm like the sensitive guy. I know that I kind of wear my feelings on my sleeve. I have cried at work. I get upset. I have a lot of feelings, right? I'm not like the grizzled, like manly man that never cries, right? That's just not who I am. Brian and I had a really frank discussion about this the other day. This is not who I am.
I made him cry.
He made me cry, right? Right? But like full disclosure, it's important to me to feel appreciated. It's important to me to know that I'm doing a good job. I take things very personally because I strive for excellence in everything that I do. And if I'm not doing something excellent, I want to know about it. And if I'm doing something excellent, I want to know about it, right? Feedback, no matter what, is very important to me. It's a huge motivator for me. So what are some appreciation examples? Colin, you make a positive impact everywhere you go. Right. Chris Hamilton, thank you for always going above and beyond. Thank you.
Do that.
I admire how you always think outside of the box, Jamie. Always.
Welcome.
I want you to know that I see your hard work and I really appreciate it, Corey. I really appreciate it. And Lee, thank you for coming to work every day with a can-do attitude. People notice these things, right? I could put any name in front of any of these things. I picked those people before the meeting. But you could put any name in front of these things, and all it is just recognizing someone's worth, recognizing someone's value, right? How do we do it? Genuinely and actively listen. If someone's talking to you, put your phone away. And this isn't good enough. A lot of studies have shown that even if your phone's out and face down, people know that as soon as it goes off, you're just gonna. Like if I'm making eye contact with somebody, Monty, and my phone goes off and I do this while you're talking, doesn't feel great. Genuinely and actively listen. And don't just wait for your turn to talk. Listen. Hear the people.
Kind of like listen to understand and not to respond.
Listen to understand, not to respond. Yep. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. That's one of the, you want to really aggravate me? Tell people what you value about them, right? This does not need to be a kumbaya, hug fest, love in, right? Those are okay. But tell people what you value about them. Get mushy. Be a little vulnerable. This is a safe place. Nobody around here is looking to destroy somebody else. This is a safe place. We can do these things. We can do them really, really well. We have done them really, really well. And the last one is check back in. Jamie, I'm going to use an example that you used a while ago in your meeting when you said that your, and I'm sorry if this brings up any kind of negative feelings, when you said that your grant sponsor had passed, right? You did all these things with your sponsor. You told me about it.
Oh, yeah.
You did all these things with your sponsor. You listened to them. You told them what you valued about them and they were important to you. And then you checked back in with them and made sure that they were okay.
Oh, yeah.
How many times have we done these things in our lives, but we just don't do them at work because, well, it's just the guys, right? I don't know.
I like it.
So recognition against appreciation. Recognition is for what you did, very important. Let's have accolades, let's have awards, let's have prizes, let's do the things, right, for what we did. But appreciation is for who you are. And let's all remember that we are worth appreciating. And we should be treating each other like we want to be treated, right? Again, this is not a lecture like you guys are doing this wrong. I'm sorry if that's how it comes across. We're not. We're doing this really, really, really well. I see it from the top all the way down to, the person who's cleaning the bathrooms. Everybody's the janitors, the lowest of the low. I love the attitude that we have. Let's just come in and clean the bathrooms. Like, that's amazing, right? The people that are cleaning the bathrooms every single week, thank you so much. You guys are doing a great job. Our appreciation is for who you are. Thank you for being willing to clean the bathroom. Examples. Big example. Our golden banana. Huge example, right? The golden banana is fantastic. We love the golden banana. And I found this picture online. So our golden banana is very similar to other golden bananas that are out there. But what other examples do you guys have? What are some examples of appreciation only that you have in your day-to-day?
Tim tells me he appreciates me doing whatever he's put in front of me. I really appreciate that. Whatever I give you, you just do it. He tells me that like all the time, so.
Absolutely.
Feels good to know that.
Any other?
Videos that are posted in chats that, especially the ones that Ryan sends on Signal to all the Zoom people, you get responses, same with YouTube comments, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
Anything else? Appreciation? What about recognition other than the golden banana? Are there examples in your areas of recognition that you've experienced? Toot your own horn. Yeah, Joel.
Use from customers.
Reviews from customers. That's a great one.
Morning shout outs.
Morning shout outs. Absolutely. There's a story, however you feel about Oprah. I found this while I was researching. Say what you want. She's interviewed 35,000 people over her career, which is a crap ton. And she said that the biggest thing, be it a sitting president, a war hero, or a homemaker, they all turn to her when the camera turns off and say, "Was that good?" And she found it interesting because it doesn't matter how important you are, right? People just want to be heard. People just want to be seen. People want to be recognized and appreciated. So, was that good? It's just an easy question for someone to ask someone who's been doing this for, how long has Oprah been on TV? 150 years, right? She's been interviewing all of these people, but it doesn't matter. Like President Bush, President Obama, those are both people that she gave. They both turned to her and said, "Was that good? Did you get what you needed? Am I valid?" And that's really all we asked. Tomorrow, Corey Big Hoss Giffen will be presenting. We thank Google AI for their input.
That's a real picture.
That's a real picture. 1,000,000%. And then we've got a meeting in your area. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Chris.